ओके, वी आर लाइव आई गेस. काश मेरा साउंड अच्छा आ रहा हो. Hopefully.
There's a
Let's
lot
start
of good
this.
players in this league, but very few of us can play with style. With Jogamo, it looks like he can do anything with style. And yeah,
So, for context, मैं पहली बार स्ट्रीमिंग शुरू कर रहा हूँ. I love Valorant. I love watch partying. Or I love Sliggy. I love watching Sliggy. So even if you look at my thumbnail, it is pretty much a copy of what Sliggy uses. But भाई मेरे को उसका डिज़ाइन लैंग्वेज बहुत क्लीन लगा. It's extremely clean. So I copied it. But thanks Sliggy, thanks. मेरे को पता है कोई देखेगा नहीं है वॉच पार्टी, बट आई लव वॉचिंग वैलोरेंट, तो व्हाई नॉट शेयर दिस विद अदर्स. दैट्स व्हाट आई थिंक. होपफुली होपफुली कुछ मज़ेदार मैचेस हो जो कि मेरा ये जगना जगना सफल रहे.
Dios no puede morir.
वैसे ऑन द साइडलाइंस आई एम नॉट एज टेक्निकल क्या, आई एम नॉट एट ऑल टेक्निकल लाइक स्निगी, बट आई लव वॉचिंग इट एंड एनालाइजिंग व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन. मैं ट्राई करूँगा, बट डोंट एक्सपेक्ट एनीथिंग फ्रॉम मी. आई जस्ट लव वॉचिंग दिस गेम. होपफुली मेरा साउंड वाउंड सब कुछ क्लियर हो. अगर नहीं होगा तो सेकेंड टाइम जब करूँगा ये तब देखा जाएगा. आई विल ओनली बी स्ट्रीमिंग दिस मैच क्योंकि उससे ज़्यादा स्ट्रीम नहीं कर पाऊँगा. इट विल बी टू लेट फॉर मी. ए आसपास वाला पोज भाई, लेट्स गो. बस मेरी चेयर बहुत सस्ती है. लाइक लिटरली बहुत सस्ती है.
Mesmo nas situações mais difíceis, tipo assim. Quer dizer, até ele resolver vir pra cima de você, né?
भाई बूस्टियो हेयर स्टाइल चेंज कर लिया वापस. भाई एस्पर्स लुक्स इंसेनली हैंडसम. ठीक है, इसके जैसी मूछ वूछ रख के एकदम चैड चैड जैसा दिखना मुझे. वेट, क्वालिटी क्या चल रही है भाई? ओके, क्वालिटी लुक्स गुड आई गेस.
Our region is just so strong.
Gonna be a tough split for sure.
I mean, if you're gonna win, then you're gonna have to play everybody.
होपफुली भाई मेरा ऑडियो सब कुछ क्लियर आ रहा हो, नहीं तो भाई सारी मेहनत बर्बाद. इट टुक मी 25 minutes or something to set this all up और एक थंबनेल बनाने में. That thumbnail is pretty tough to make, but मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत फिग्मा आता है तो मैं बना लिया था. I added my photo in it, which I don't like, but मेरे पास कुछ alternative नहीं था. बहुत खाली लग रहा था साइड वाला स्पेस. Also I wanted to signify कि ये हिंदी में रहेगा स्ट्रीम.
That's tradition. Start of every split, start of every year, play 100 Thieves.
Well, I just want to beat Sen.
अगर एक भी व्यूअर आ गया ना भाई मेरे इसके, आई विल बी एक्सट्रीमली हैप्पी. ठीक है, एक भी व्यूअर.
But this time I promise will be different.
I'm in form again, so I wish you guys the best of luck.
We learned a lot from Bangkok.
Let
just
me
about, like, ourselves
think.
and our team and what we need to
कौन
do.
जीतेगा?
We're gonna carry those lessons.
For me,
and
I
make
think
sure that we are
NRG should win
for stage
easily.
one.
And it is all on Jaw to try to stop.
बट ऑक्सी पे डिपेंड करता है Cloud9 का विन. आई डोंट इवन रिमेंबर Cloud9 की टीम क्या है.
This is my first time playing in Tier 1, and I want to just finally prove what I can do.
You know, you guys are gonna love him. He's quite literally perfect fit.
Não, a gente vai surpreender vocês aí a qualquer momento.
Creo que si le
पूरा बाल वाल ठीक कर लेते भाई.
creo que no podría haber sido algo mejor y vamos a darlo todo.
And let's go ahead and bring out your first team. Right, Games Arena, put your hands together for NRG.
course, NRG now making their way out to the stage as they have a lot of pressure on them this stage, without a doubt. I mean, Wyatt, this is going to be a tall challenge throughout the entirety of the stage, as we had talked about in the pre-show. But if there's a team that can handle it with the talent on that roster, it's got to be NRG.
Absolutely. I'm so excited to see what they've been able to do in this downtime, bringing in Mike, who long ago was the coach for Envy with FNS.
Oh.
These guys have worked together before. He's kind of that defensive side expert. That's what he was working on,
नया
in particular with 100 Thieves and Finesse.
कोई भी एक नया आदमी आ जाए वॉच करना है, I will be extremely happy. क्योंकि भाई मेरे को वॉच करना बहुत पसंद है, and I want to like keep on making these watch parties.
Truly is, but now their opponents making their way out to the stage, folks. Put your hands together for Cloud9.
मेरे को पता क्या लगा था, मेरे को पहले लगा था कि इंडिया के अंदर ज़्यादा वॉच पार्टी करने वाले लोग नहीं हैं, तो मैं कभी करता नहीं था. मेरे को लगता नहीं था कि वैलोरेंट का ई स्पोर्ट्स वाला सीन इतना पॉपुलर है इंडिया के अंदर. बट आफ्टर सीइंग सम क्रिएटर्स लाइक 8-bit बिंक्स, होपफुली मैं उसका नाम सही बोल रहा हूँ, बट आफ्टर सीइंग दिस क्रिएटर्स आई गॉट इंस्पायर्ड. आई थॉट सो कि भाई इन लोग के इतना व्यूज़ आ रहा है, मतलब है ऑडियंस है जो अभी भी क्या बोलते हैं देखना चाहती है वॉच पार्टी और इंटरेस्टेड है वैलोरेंट के ई स्पोर्ट्स में. तो मैं बोला भाई हम भी बना के देखते हैं, अगर किसी को मेरा टाइप ऑफ स्ट्रीमिंग पसंद आ जाए तो आई विल बी हैप्पी, आई विल बी एक्सट्रीमली हैप्पी इवन इफ आई गेट 1 व्यूअर. वो एक व्यूअर भी मेरे लिए बहुत अच्छा होगा, क्योंकि भाई मैं उसके संग बैठ के आराम से देख पाऊंगा. अकेले देखना थोड़ा बोरिंग सा हो जाता है. दैट इज़ वाई आई को वॉच क्या, मैं स्लिगी का वॉच पार्टी देखता हूँ, क्योंकि he analyzes stuff really good, like really well, and that is what I want to bring in Hindi Valorant scene. थोड़ा सा एनालिसिस दो. मैं एकदम भी अच्छा नहीं हूँ, मेरे को बहुत टाइम भी हो गया गेम खेले हुए, बट मैं अभी भी रेगुलरली देखता हूँ इसको. इफ आई वर्क ऑन इट आई माइट बिकम गुड. एक सेकंड, मैप क्या था? शिट देखा ही नहीं मैप क्या था. Let's increase the volume again. Lotus है, Fracture है, और क्या है पता नहीं. ऊपर आ जाएगा I guess.
What I'm going to be most excited to watch for is how these teams are integrating the new pieces and how these teams are really enabling the existing pieces where Cloud9 haven't made these changes. What have they built upon as a team coming into it?
That's right. We'll see you in that agent
Who
selection
is good on
moment here. I'm curious. I really do want
Who is good
to
on
see, like,
Lotus?
can Waylay work on Lotus? Yeah, for sure. Waylay could work on Lotus, right? You would have to imagine. But here we go. Agent's coming in here, and you got the neon from Mata. We saw him with this agent before. He is absolutely diabolical.
Crying. I mean, this is a
give him the Palpatine fingers, my boys out
क्या
there.
है इवेंट ये?
And
Okay, Teo Breach, Raise, Omen, Deadlock.
I mean, we've seen some deadlock changes into this patch as well.
Okay.
That as your signature now as well. You're going to be able to use that every 4
अच्छा ये लोग टीम चेंज हो गई क्या? नेट था पहले? अच्छा नहीं था हाँ सेम टीम है. एनर्जी की टीम चेंज हुई है most probably.
And Lotus has been one of the better deadlock maps anyway, and she's buffed. Excited to see that.
Ooh, doggy. It's going to be a good one, folks. We're all set for the first map of the stage. Riot Games Arena, make some noise as we get ready and send it over to your casters. It's Mimi and Ender.
Thanks very much, GB. It's good to be back with you here in the Riot Games Arena. Got a pretty good crowd out here.
अरे VCT अमेरिका का जो फॉन्ट है मेरे को वो यूज करना चाहिए था मेरे थंबनेल में. I'm sad.
Absolutely respect it. Get up, make some noise, because our teams today, they've got a great one to start things off. NRG and C9, these two teams both disappointed in kickoff, but have made some changes and looking to bounce back strong in stage 1.
And there's some history here. NRG, their year got ended last year on that comeback on Sunset that I'm pretty sure every NRG fan here remembers.
It was a tough one.
That's how it ended then. And it didn't go too much better in kickoff either, losing 2-0 to Cloud9, now with a chance of redemption.
And you've got to remember, NRG had sky-high expectations coming in
कोई भी नहीं देख रहा मेरे को.
right? They'd done so on
Should I
the off-season events.
put in some hashtags etc? Should I? अभी भी डाल तो सकता ही हूँ hashtags. देखने वाला तो कोई है ही नहीं. इसमें होता है क्या मैनेज? सेटिंग इसमें नहीं होता सेटिंग.
finally up here on the VCT America stage, ready to make his debut.
How do you? Oh, yeah. Okay. चलो ठीक है, बाद में देखेंगे. ऐसे भी भाई पहले वॉच पार्टी के अंदर मेरे को लगता नहीं कोई देखने भी आएगा.
Like what C9 is showing us here with that buff deadlock in the mix.
Yeah, it's cool to see because Ned, this is an agent that he played once or
शुरू
twice,
करो
I
भाई,
believe,
शुरू करो.
during kickoff. But now with those changes to deadlock, right, the primary ability is no longer the wall, so you got to pay 400 creds to grab that one. You don't just get it for free. And instead, the net you're throwing out there, that grab net, is now on a 40-second cooldown. So you get it for free. You can cast it multiple times within a round. And when you're playing comps with so much damage like Raise Nade, Breach Blast, Teho, being able to combo the deadlock net multiple times around with those.
मेरा prediction.
Super powerful.
Yeah, she's
NRG 2-0. 2-0. Easy prediction भाई मेरी तरफ से.
That you have ready on a cooldown gives you a lot of options in the mid round.
Yeah, both on the defensive side, looking to catch people out. You can also now use it multiple times on execs, right, to seize early
इसका तो कंप्यूटर ही बंद हो गया.
Later on into the round. The similar side of things, NRG can be mixing it up, but honestly for me, NRG is more of an enigma team, right? Because they were supposed to be so good, ended up falling short in kickoff. But I think with the extra time that they've had now to reintroduce, get Brock going on into this team, work together, I think a lot of fans have more hope in NRG bouncing back after that opening event.
Yeah,
would Wise be better than Deadlock on? Deadlock C को बहुत अच्छी तरीके से होल्ड कर लेगा. Wise A को अच्छी तरीके से होल्ड कर लेगा most probably.
By all metrics, it was a disappointment.
Yeah, and you talk about disappointments on the other side, like C9 getting, knocked out down in the first round.
और Wise C को भी होल्ड कर. मेरे हिसाब से Wise better choice है than Deadlock in the current state of game. But Deadlock का कुछ तो वो हुआ था ना अपग्रेड. अच्छा हाँ, net. You get multiple nets. तो trap plays बहुत कर सकते हैं लोग. देखते हैं कौन जीतता है.
So C9, well, if you look on paper, yeah, they did pretty poorly. I think they could have had a lot more legs to them had they rolled a little bit higher in that bracket,
And they're one of the teams with the same exact roster, returning again here for stage 1. But the wait is over, folks. All our players are in game and ready to go. We're hopping into map 1, Lotus, and it's time for your Samsung match start. Load up fast with Samsung SSDs.
Samsung sponsor है. Damn.
Ready with 5 players up in front of B.
Okay, Pearl है decider.
Playing up and having to spot that one out, but C9 are taking things slowly. Ray just bursts onto the site with the fault line.
भाई साहब B पे setup लगाया भाई direct. Damn, that's cool.
Ding down to 1 HP, but he'll escape, and that's a great trade back in from Ethan. Flood retake is already here, but C9 have a new objective. Yeah, a little pivot over onto the C site. Good blind in the backside, pushes Sam away. Now Ethan enters into the fight. Waiting for a moment, spotted out though, and Brock coming in for his first kill on the big stage. NRG just killing C9.
Damn, bhai.
It's only Zeppa here left back on. Ben gets the headshot, but Brock with 2 secures the pistol for NRG. Flawless round to start. They basically had to do 2 different flood retakes there, but very good pivot from NRG, taking the perfect timing to
Wait, Brock क्या खेल रहा है?
ahead of Cloud9's utility. And win it out in the brawl.
Initiative है क्या वो?
Kind of a miracle that exec over onto the B site. The fact that Finesse doesn't immediately die to that right click, then is able to call in the assistance of Ethan, deal with that raise. And when we're talking about both these teams playing with the breach,
nice shot,
one of the
right?
biggest strengths is being able to have that utility that can react in cross map at any time. You saw their energy had a stun at tail missiles all ready to go. And in this one, it's a bit more proactive. Sam goes up for 2, he'll get traded out, but for now, at least, NRG hold on to this space as Lattice just running it down. Stinger, not good enough there. And it's a 3v3 with a couple guns to be recovered. Yeah, just the Stinger right now, and Ethan doing damage control, holding these players trapped outside of that C space. The spike on the ground shouldn't be too difficult, although I liked a little updraft play from Oxy to bait out that swing, getting it net into the space. Still a wall here for Finesse.
They should be able to close this out.
Oxy walks into it, and immediately he's going to turn tail, head back towards B, which for the time is open.
Oh, bhai saab, nice brain, bhai, nice brain.
Holding on to that all round, I believe. Sets this up nicely for Brock to actually fall away from the angle. NRG doing good off the numbers here, just swinging into the line.
Oh,
Now net on
bhai,
19
this is a good
HP. He
bonus.
should have the plant over on A.
30 seconds.
Okay, we got new visuals for
Those are expensive tools to commit on what was Eureka.
Yeah, you're not spending the 400 credit
F.
wall here, I don't think. Old deadlock you would.
Doesn't spot him and
Oh, okay, nice shot, bhai, nice shot.
got a little messy for a moment, but NRG clean up for their second.
Good bonus यार.
All things considered though, Ethan sitting 2 orbs away from
नहीं,
his
good
ultimate.
bonus
Brock
कैसे
getting a
होगा?
few
बहुत सारे
kills in
loss
these
नहीं हो
early
गया
rounds
इसका.
too, sets up NRG nicely.
Finesse really got the ire of the community after his very big underperformance in kickoff, but Ethan was struggling too alongside this team. He's a guy who was
Okay, first pistol for NRG.
having his 2023 year with EG, and early on in this game, I think you're seeing him a bit closer to that form than kickoff in these rounds.
Yeah, and if you heard the team talk, you know, they said they had a lot of issues they were trying to work through, hoping that this Brock change is going to be that factor that does a lot of work for them. So continue to track that throughout the day, how the individuals continue to do. This time though, NRG playing a very weak A side of the map. Mana just sprinting forward here into
Good
that
bonus
safe
है.
space.
अबे एक second ये extra
C9
buy किया.
having net in the area will have heard some of
Even
this
he
tension
bought
and
extra.
are going to quickly move into this A area.
Reclear front B from Brock. NRG has almost
एक
all
हिसाब
the
से
map
full buy
control
है.
except for A and Finesse. Good enough util to stall out and set up for a retake there.
Now Ethan's holding on to his stun the entire time. Off of this wall, can potentially look to use that and set up Finesse over on this A side. That wall now being baited out. As NRG takes some space in the front B. I mean, at this point, you gotta know it's an A hit.
Still Thorns yet to be used. Now they'll finally get popped, and that'll stall out C9 for a second. Annihilation catches onto one, but Brock should be able to free his teammate here.
Oi!
Okay, lets him go, but on the other side, Ethan gets a kill. Mata will die for it, but still
अरे Brock
reasonable
भैया.
retake for NRG.
C9 are playing really aggressively.
He
in the
was too
backside.
scared.
NRG have only sent
कि
Ethan
इधर से कोई
back.
push करेगा.
That does
Oh,
nicely.
nice shot.
Back onto rubble. And this position of his, just stalling out so much time while the rest of C9 gets active, is working wonders. NRG are just trying
nice
to deal
shot.
with the one guy, and they have no space within the site itself.
Time नहीं है.
Some now
Kills के लिए जाना चाहिए
no
इसको.
time to work with this round. He's only hoping for a little bit more damage on the way out of this one, and Yuto from C9 should mop this one up cleanly. Bit of a weird one. The player who gets caught in the annihilation, not being broken out. I think he was worried about being swung.
Well, I think Brock actually ran out of bullets, is what I saw him going into a reload. Don't know if he'd been spamming to
Eco
break the
करेगा
door before
NRG.
it ended up happening. We're not gonna have the chance, but at the end of the day,
bonus खेलना चाहिए था. Why did they buy?
for round 3 is a big one, right? He was the guy that got the plant down in that round 2. Helps funnel him up for it.
वापस half buy करेंगे क्या ये?
Let's go. Let's go.
I mean, thus far in stage 1, seems true.
Bro, you're the only deadlock in the game.
वापस half buy किया.
Lobby fight from NRG. C9 respect it.
Psalms decided to go for a judge, and Ethan even with a stinger too. NRG choosing to buy down here on light armors, 5 players, the bad guns. And yet C9 are going to be working into the C side. I really am curious to see how Psalm plays with this judge around the Vi's utility, having that slightly deeper wall to even reposition behind and get a close angle.
Mata's been left alone on this A walk up. So NRG rotating pretty heavy resources towards the C side of the map is C9. We'll reassess, maybe look to go for a re-clear back in A.
Yeah, Ethan.
Neon has a good angle.
Stun in hand. Oh wow, Mata's seeing just barely a shoulder, but he takes some serious damage on the way out.
Oh, भाई साहब! Oh,
Sprays down 2 on the slide off angle.
2 kill, no trade.
Support on A. NRG thinks they're going to call back into C, but it is an A commit in the end.
C9 have done a lot of these mid-round pivots.
Okay,
into
nice.
B, through
B
door,
आ
etc.
रहा.
So they tap the door to threaten the space into tree, now work into B. But NRG are perfectly happy to play a retake. Ethan still has the ultimate, even if they need it. Right now, it's still 5v3.
But the strength of Deadlock is in this close plant. Missiles stall the plant yet again in the fight forward. Oxy needed that second kill, and he can't get it over Ethan. Now Net, soon to be overwhelmed. The stun, Neon slide.
Nice. Well played, right? Well played.
from him, holding things down alone in A main.
Yeah, that is just brutal. The fact that after the opening kill, or after the opening shots, Mata doesn't have a kill but sticks around, completely unexpected on that little HP.
उन लोग A space नहीं ले सकते क्या lobby?
Just beautiful.
Just कौन पे सन?
Shots on the collab there as well. Some good setup late in the round too to deal with that final player.
There. Cloud9 back down to an eco now. But close to a couple key ultimates. They're looking to fight over this orb on C. But so too is NRG. Sam finds a gap in the smoke.
Oh, why well played. Really well played.
And this anti-eco, it's already
Even Patience. Patience है भाई बंदे का. He's waiting for Neon.
You know, we heard Wyatt talking on the desk about how much work Mike's as a coach does, especially around defensive side helps. And already I'm seeing a lot of nice things out of NRG, whether it's that good opening fight into the anti-eco, sure, but also the way NRG have moved the map, constantly clearing that space in front B, not getting fooled by the mid-round rotates of C9. NRG team seems very comfortable inside of the circle.
भाई साहब क्या जल्दी से स्मोक है. काफी ट्रस्ट है भाई इन लोग को टीममेट में.
He was incredible there, but
टाइम आउट बुला दिया क्या?
30 kills in a couple maps to lose in the
Okay,
end.
no timeout.
There's another fight for NRG. TP out from Vic. Well, he's still in the
Oh.
We've all been there. We've all been there on the Omen.
Yeah, bit of a
TP
tough one
betrayal.
there.
Yeah, now C9 having to run over into the A site without smokes.
भाई smokes चलेगा. Too tough to enter.
Still has the fault line, by the way.
And there's a
इधर रिवाइज का सेटअप है. बहुत टाइम डिले कर सकता है.
This is going to be a commitment. Finesse though. Thorns up. I think a lot of stall.
They've got 3 players over here. B का idea नहीं है.
There goes the ultimate.
Well.
Follow up is fast and all through. Mata ahead of it. They're all stunned.
Oy. 1v1.
Still holding strong at time.
मतलब एक का trade. All 4 are over here. B का idea नहीं है.
Moving into that space, Rocket isn't going to find anyone.
Nice.
With some options to fight into Waterfall if they want, but with NRG playing all 4 players back in spawn effectively, C9 are going to be left asking so many questions. Where are these players? When is the hunt going to come in? And here it is. Zappa finds the first. Rock on the quick response though, and C9 with this control have worked themselves down into a 2-on-2.
Raise unknown है लोग के लिए. Deadlock known है.
And a grab net available for him as
But
well.
अच्छा हाँ इन लोग का plant है.
Try and deal with this utility. Ethan has another stun. C9 can't swing into this. Finesse is holding things down. Ethan has to hold the line.
Well played, well played.
NRG
Well played.
navigate a tough retake to go up now 5-1 on their defense.
That was really nicely played between Finesse and Ethan there. You know, Ethan having the counter stun, so Finesse is just sticking into half to make sure that one happens. While the counter comes in, holding from the high angle.
Timeout दो भाई.
Nice stuff from that old school duo of NRGs.
See it again, very nicely played from them. Ethan getting his stun back online is absolutely critical.
क्या FNS का aim better हुआ है? That's the question.
You know, it's interesting to track sort of how long Ethan has been
And for now it seems
to his stun in a lot of these rounds. And I think honestly, one of the things that was so influential during
it
the kickoff
seems
on this map
कि better
of
हुआ.
Lotus was
अरे
a
दो
change
watching.
in how they were playing the breach, because old school
कौन हो भाई? एक मैसेज मार दो.
using stun at the start of the round.
You run it down either A rubble or C mount every time.
Maybe on an eco you hold the stun for a front B trap. That's like the little wrinkle you can toss in there.
बस बता देना भाई मेरा आवाज ठीक आ रहा है कि नहीं जो भी देख रहा
for these late refights or off of contact from other players. And it seems very clear to me that NRG have been studying this and incorporating this into their own game plan. These late round stuns have been a big problem for C9. And I think one of the reasons why they have been so flip-floppy on.
या फिर एक glitch भी हो सकता है YouTube का. 2 watching नहीं हो, एक ही watching हो. From what I know, इन लोग A का rubble fight नहीं ले पा रहे हैं. इसी का इन लोग को issue आ रहा है. And they are fighting heavy for C. They should take this A space. It's pretty much free. For the last 2 rounds, they are playing over here.
It's going to be absolutely brutal for them. NRG have
वापस एक रबल फाइट नहीं ले रहे लोग.
Toss the wind when they need it.
That's bad, na?
Energy have continued with this heavy
Okay,
mound
nice.
presence. Now opening up door, controlling front B. A has
तो इन लोग के लिए C clear हो गया.
C9 haven't been so keen to seize the space early, and even when they have looked to exec, it's been very hard to accelerate into finesse because of his setups.
They know there's a wall over here, right? Okay, they have cleared C and B.
They've done a very good job all game of clearing out the extremities in the mid round, and that's the
Oh, bhai, nice trade, लेकिन. Nice trade. Oh, bhai, Oxy bhai, oh, इसने space भी ले लिया. That's really nice. Gun मिल गया इसको. Question mark over here. They can push A now.
So another tool to flood back into A after they give the initial bit of space. Oh, that's great. Util combo finesse.
Nice, well
But
played.
here comes the ultimate. It's going to be a stall out on the plant for the moment. Ethan.
Well played, well played. Oh, bhai, stop. Oh, bhai,
Now it's even. In the 2 versus 2.
Damn, bhai, nice save.
And there's missiles back online for Brock.
They're waiting for him.
NRG keeping them at bay. C9 has to commit to a plant soon. They're going to try and fight it.
Arey, well played, bhai, well played. Really well played. You know, Cloud9 के पास इस बार chance था.
You know, with just 2 players alive, knowing when to be able to swing, just how much to bait.
काफी अच्छा chance था इस बार.
No matter which 2 players it is, you know, earlier we saw Ethan and Finesse.
A default is the way to go, I guess. Rebel fight हो नहीं रही है तो they can easily take A space.
Play, right? You know, they use the tail missiles to try and instantly break the door off the fault line. Go for a pick. But really it's here. Brock on the
Hopefully यहाँ तक कोच ने भी यही बात किया होगा. Hopefully क्या भाई मैं कौन सा क्या नहीं हूँ.
Faster fight in Tay lobby this time.
A fight हुआ है. C push. Let's go भाई. Well played.
Towards the C site, but to split setup. There's actually Vice Util here to stop.
हाँ यार Vice.
He's going to be forced off for now.
Good deal है भाई. Good deal है.
Comes out the thorns. Okay, so NRG they've taken full space over into A.
Wall पे trigger नहीं हुआ है.
Players into C.
पूरा in.
They don't have alert going.
बाप रे बाप. Over push करने की जरूरत नहीं है.
Is there any victim to be found? Not yet, but Zeppa will take one.
Back clear हो गया भाई.
Someone through, some defending his teammate, fighting forward off of it, but soon to fall. And now it's the first time, really, in a long time that NRG is at a disadvantage. Ethan, can he be the man to bail him out?
Damn भाई, it looks
to a 2-on-2, and it's another pivot.
solo fights इन लोग को win करा रहा है.
His teammate is very far away, and NRG have 2 players on a warpath already. He's on 16 HP in a 1v2. This round might end before Zep actually
One
gets
shot
there.
woman.
NRG know the win condition. They're rushing into this one.
Tap it.
Already a tap on the spike. That'll pull out the missiles as Vic walks around. Brock trying to win another round in the 2v2. But the flank.
Oh bhai, well played by Vic. Well, really well played.
From him, and now Ethan trapped out. 2 1v1s, but they're just too far apart.
Well played by Vic. Well played.
Yeah, Vic just an absolute hero for C9 there. After Ethan bails the round out for NRG, he's the guy porting over into A, getting aggressive, TPing onto site too in the post plant.
The problem over here is कि अच्छा नहीं इन लोग का attack side comp भी नहीं है. They have a balanced comp. It can work out. अगर 6-6 7-5 तक भी पहुंचा देना तो it can work out.
But again, going for this fight towards A level.
वापस से जा रहे क्या लोग?
And again, securing that space immediately.
Yeah, this time though, Ethan's got the ultimate ready up. He didn't instantly use the fault line either, so if C9 try to exit quick into C once more, they're going to be meeting a whole lot more resistance.
You see how worried they are about thorns. Committing a nade to get rid of it. It's still online. There's going to be a wall committed, but Finesse has to hide from this one. In goes a rolling thunder from both teams. It's going to be a brawl on the side. Ethan ahead of it. Stun targets ahead of him, and he and Brock deal with it well.
Oh, nice shot.
C9 have a foothold in this.
भाई कितना anti-use हो रहा है?
There's pandemonium on the site, but Sam is still snuck into the smoke. He's on site right now. The spike has yet to be planted. Waiting for his timing, inching forward. backs away, retreats. C9 haven't yet committed into the plant. Opting to TP up high instead, but Energy heard that. They're waiting for it. Still trying to bait it out.
Okay,
Util
nice.
comes back online. This site is an absolute
Oh,
war zone, but it's Oxy
bhai,
taking
nice
forward.
shot, nice
Oxy
shot,
finding
bhai.
the first.
Ethan has stun online yet again. But C9 have a very strong post plan. Couple players forward on this site. Ned is an insurance policy late in this round. Ethan trying to get a gap. But he's not finding anything. Spots out the head of the Rays. A swing, a death from him. But Psalm could he...
Oi. Ah, nice played, bhai. Well played, well played.
Well positioned.
What?
C9 for the first time this game
बेसिक
streaks the
बट
rounds
बहुत
together.
अच्छी चीज ट्राई कर रहे हैं लोग. ए पे अगर फाइट हो रहा है तो डायरेक्ट सी पे घुसो. सी पे अगर फाइट हो रहा है तो डायरेक्ट ए पे घुसो. सिंपल येट इफेक्टिव स्ट्रेटजी.
Could only convert one kill off their own, and even that was ended up being traded out. Good patience from C9 in the post plant until Oxy found his moment.
Another look at an A fight from NRG. This time
इस बार आवाज नहीं क्या है?
down though.
हाँ.
It's the same exact idea from C9.
Oh, it'll be a late stun off of the swing for Mata. After that goes down.
Mata hears him here. 3 different stuns committed in. Mata gets his, and he dips
Oi,
away
oi, oi.
off the slide.
भाई Mada played really well.
Damn fast. See, with the ultimate, he'll look to
Mada played really well.
sprays down one, but C9 finds some good trades in the chaos.
No real ultimates to play with just yet, but a good spot sees both players. So Som continues pushing out of C. They know it's got to be A.
The walk up from Zeppa though.
भाई
No one's watching stairs.
Zeppa is a good timing. Zeppa is a good timing. Come चले जा भाई, चले जा Zeppa भाई.
Brock is coming that way, but he's
अब भाई अब बैठा रहे आराम से.
of a player in this precise
Durable.
position.
अरे नहीं भाई आराम से.
Zeppa turns back, but he doesn't find
Too
the
many
shot.
angles to watch. Too many angles.
Beautiful awareness out of Brock. Brings it up into a 3-on-1, and Net, he's just a fish in a barrel. Paranoia blinds him up. He's got nowhere to really go, and the walls are starting to close on in. NRG so patient, waiting for him to make a move. They know he's got to try something, and Som's going to sit him down.
Well played by NRG.
Did a really good job of
बहुत जल्दी इन लोग
this
समझ
idea.
गए.
Good set
वो
plays.
silent walk
The
करके गए.
macro they had was honestly pretty solid. Where it was falling apart was little mistakes. The way players were playing off each other, some of these close matches slipping away. And that's for today. I feel like they've looked so clean in those moments, knowing when to freeze, knowing when to fight back in together, having great fundamentals between the players.
Yeah, I would say so far it's been these opening fights seemingly have always gone their way. C9s have not. They don't know what they're doing, according to Som.
Sure.
And then, yeah, these late round moments, just playing so nicely off of one another. You're right, it's the fundamentals, you know, abusing the numbers advantage, knowing that
Aggressive
C9
fight के लिए जा रहे
force
हैं.
their way into making a play and punishing them.
I think so they will also go for aggressive fight.
Back to the well for NRG, but Util's very good this time. Mata will be pushed away. Instead, it's a very fast
A मिल गया.
clear into Babe.
Wow
Beat it
भाई.
off the drone.
Oh, nice shot. Nice shot. Really nice shot.
Finally, C9 haven't really been doing any lurking. That gets a kill for it. C9 with a numbers advantage, and yet Finesse has the ultimate. So a C9, 3 players trapped into tree here. They actually tried to exec into it. Well, I guess Vic's set up for it. He's got himself the Sheriff. That's all he could buy. And yeah, the ulti goes on down. C9 can't exec.
Let me guess. Another B pivot out of C9. They've done this one before.
Oh.
Seemed like he could have gotten more in that position, but 1-for-1's all right.
Bro, this is such a nice move.
C9, but the forces from NRG have arrived. Rocket.
This is
finds
such a
Writhos.
nice move,
He's
man.
behind in the open, and Ethan goes through one.
Nice trade.
Where's Sam going? Straight to his death on that double.
Finesse.
Well, he had to do something.
35 seconds. No spike to be planted. That'll be his moment to make a move. Creeping forward there, but Mitch is good for 3 on the round. And C9 keeping these within touching
Nice,
distance.
Last round in the half.
Good
They won the
recovery from
rubble
what started
fight.
as a very rough half here.
A
I'd say
is
Oxy's been
kind
in
of a
lot
weak
trouble.
point for
Even
them.
if you think back to the pistol round and that round too, like these counter flashes on B site, he has struggled to get openers because the counter util from NRG is consistently catching him out.
It's one of the toughest comps to play into as a dive duelist when you're always having Breach, Teo, Util spammed into your base the second you get into the site.
Let's go. Hey, from B even when I tapped out, bro.
But Oxy's the guy who brings the energy normally for C9, so you want to see him getting online, and this is a round to bring the energy back in. Yeah. Annihilation popped. Net trying to find someone to receive yet again, but he cannot this time. And Ethan, he had a position, but he can't convert off of it. Mata, though, still tucked in. They know he's here now, and they'll flush him out well.
Kind of a crazy round there. But 3 fall into pieces. Now it all comes down to Finesse and Psalm. Wall in Psalm's face, but that's the spike.
Nice shot.
Minute and 10 seconds to work with. Plenty of time. Finesse is calling Psalm back up to regroup towards heaven.
काफी
Duo that came back to energy together.
अजीब था. He should have known कि खाली जगह. Oh भाई, nice shot.
Swing from him though. Now into a 2v2. But Oxy a great reposition just ahead high.
Oh भाई, really nice shot भाई. Insane shot. Really insane shot भाई.
That's what you want to see.
काफी crisp है भाई.
Right at the end, they're getting involved. C9, when they can actually play a post plan out, it went real nicely for them. They're going into the second half, winning 4 of the last 5 rounds. That's not too bad here, even moving on to the defensive side.
But still, a good chance for them.
Damn, bhai, the second shot is so clean.
In this second half, see if Oxy can keep this form into the second half of Lotus.
Damn.
We'll find out in just a moment.
Meanwhile, यार, let me see. कोई कल अरे हैंग क्यों खा गया मेरा एच क्यों हैंग खा गया what अरे मेरा एच माइक्रोसॉफ्ट एज भाई मेरे को नहीं पता कहाँ से क्या चीज का कॉपीराइट स्ट्राइक लग जाएगा तो सब चीज म्यूट करके रखेंगे. लेट्स सी कल ही है ना उन लोग का मैच T1 वर्सेस जेटा 3:30 में. दिस विल बी गुड. मैं इसको देखूंगा. आई विल बी स्ट्रीमिंग दिस. क्रू वर्सेस लाउड. It can be good, bhai. Loud is playing well and Crew is also playing pretty well. Like दोनों B tier team है अच्छी वाली. काफी close match होगा most probably. From what I think, Loud will win. मेरे को पता है वो डालना चाहिए था. एक सेकंड इसमें टाइम है ना. अच्छा नहीं इसमें टाइम नहीं होगा.
Tying this map up.
Yeah, that would bring things up even on 7. And honestly, I've been impressed what we've seen from Net already. He had a couple of big rounds, especially when the ultimate came into play. But on the defensive side, I think is really where these changes to the deadlock are going to shine. Pistol round, he's gone for the shield and the wall. 400 creds on that, so that'll make him completely broke, but it'll be worth it, I promise.
क्या चल रहा है chat में?
A slower approach from Energy to start. Trying to feel out if C9 was going to go for anything proactive. Now finally they'll send some util towards C, but not actually take the space off of it just yet. Instead choosing to walk back in later.
Yeah, but now just by using that and C9 falling
1-0
Energy have a lot of options. They could have 5 players behind the smoke. They could be waiting to open the door and pivot over into B. And yet C9 have not over-rotated. They're expecting a late re-clear over into the A side of the map and kind of play pretty light over towards C, all things considered.
One of the tough things of the deadlock versus
Okay, there's a wall कर दिया
to spread across the map and bring in
going towards C. Silent walk करके घुस रहा है. Really nice call.
If I caught that right.
No utils used.
Energy full contacted into the C site. Cloud9 are postured to go for a flood retake here, but the fight towards spawn is very important. Mata spots out Vic, who barely escapes with his life. Now
So
Paranoia to come back through for C9. They're all grouping towards spawn. It's going to be an absolute brawl in this part of the map. But NRG coming out ahead.
Nice shot, bhai.
Sam trying to trade back through, but he's forced to retreat.
Oh, bhai, nice nade.
Still, goal accomplished. Time bought. But C9 have another net on.
Dojan.
Goes
Oh,
huge.
bhai.
Picks up a double. And now it's a 1v3.
Anti. Impossible to win.
Directly below, but there's just too many angles to deal with.
Brock's kind of been having a game for NRG.
2-0.
Right, we were excited to see what he could do with NRG on the big
NRG
stage.
will win
14
Lotus.
and 7 right now on the Tejo. Doing real nicely. I mean, you consider that pistol round getting a couple of kills back in the first half too. Big factor there as well for the team. And again, when your initiator player is finding so many of these frags early on into halves, it just gets that snowball going. We're getting ready to getting ready to keep those ults on rolling.
Bhai, Brock is top fragging.
Made combo towards main. Mata though, ahead of it on the neon. A stinger bought up for him, and Stomp's Ghost is the one to open it up. These players got out here, and it's good spray control for Mata to pull ahead in this one. It was just the lesser weapons, but still a nice setup to clear that space.
It's kind of a monster buy from NRG. 2 Phantoms, a stinger, and the Ghost they held on to. Might be looking for rifles next round. This time though, just slowly clearing their way into the space, take the orb, get that on Ethan, no problem.
बहुत अच्छा bonus होगा भाई इससे जीत
Just
जाने
a
को.
moment, this fight, getting ready for the slide on through is Mata. 1 for 1 should be enough for NRG. They really only carry about keeping 3 players alive.
Well played.
That didn't really stand a chance on 1 HP. That's Finesse's stinger picked back up. And I think Mitch is just going to bide his time here. See if he can't get a cheeky kill on the exit.
Yeah, you know, it's a shame we're not on a
Can't do
miss. We
much.
could have gotten this round done with a lot sooner.
Fair play. This buy sets energy up very well, though. We're going to have a couple
So
rifles
Finesse
to work
clear
with
kar
into this
liya.
next round. And that's where we see them do a pretty good job of funneling
अच्छा
orbs
ये
into Ethan.
मरने के लिए जा रहा है. ठीक है.
What I'm most interested in sort of like tracking for the rest of this half, especially with C9 trailing, you know, they're going to need to get some value out of this deadlock pick, out of this team. But like, how much are they looking just to like fight in the early rounds? With the net trap. Mitch, what are we doing? Yeah, get that off the map.
Bhai, nice damage.
Job well done.
Looking at him. Brock let him get away with a horrible crime.
Nah, I'm sorry, we can't be letting that happen, NRG. What's going on?
Nice damage, bhai.
Phantom's
Nice
out of
damage.
Finesse's reach. So honestly, hell of a job to get one of those rifles out of here.
But anyways, he has.
Look at the reinvestment.
They have a
Buying
nice
into this
bonus
bonus
now.
round.
The thing is, with how little they bought in the last one, they were always going to buy here. Really, they just lost
एक
2,900
एक
credits
buy तो मिल गया.
from it. So if you lose this round, it's a little bit more concerning. But even then, they've got it banked up pretty nicely for themselves.
हाँ वही.
Too big of an issue. But yeah, right now Ned is playing away from the rest of his team, set up in that front B space, but off of just a shoulder contact, he can toss out that net and catch someone out.
Faking the A control.
Oh,
and
bhai,
immediately
nice.
going into B. Ned is caught in a corner here. But there's no follow-up. The net will get him out safely.
Yeah, C9 will have ideas like throwing the Tejo missiles off that net front B, or even a Bleach Blast if Mitch is the one playing more towards that B side on the quick float angle.
He really is confusion maxing by playing the character with a net as
Oh,
net.
it's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
For reference, it's the player who's throwing the
Right.
ability.
Okay, how about we've got C9 net and we've got Grav net. That might simplify.
I like the ambiguity.
He's one and the same.
Reclear on B, off the Teo drone for Cloud9. And they still have an embed up on A.
Good job from NRG baiting out that stun. Now the bite of this A fight is so much reduced from C9.
Yeah, tail missile's gone as well. Oxy thinks they're up farther than they are. Nade won't find anything. Mata taken down. Great trades though. That's lovely from Sam.
30 seconds left.
Single-handedly wrangling this round into control of NRG. They're pivoting through. Net needed more than that. And now this is all but a secure plant for NRG.
बोला ना NRG का win. Easy.
Spike planted.
Unless he do.
Game starting to slip away from C9 if Vic can't do something here.
unless he can do some
Oh,
magic.
you saw the cape. Players are isolated with the smoke down on the spike. Considered sneaking in front of that
Oh,
stun.
bhai, nice.
2 kills is just not enough. Vic would have had to have done it all
Nice.
on his own. It's not going to come through for him.
NRG to
But
double digits.
it's done
And a
for
very
NRG.
nicely
Like,
played round
uska map hai aaram se.
Immediately faking the same utility they used towards A in the last round, walking up B off of that, and still that fails. Okay, they have yet another.
But I'm feeling
This
really
attack side, we're
sleepy.
seeing some
So
very classic, kind of what you'd expect
I
from a finesse
should
legacy.
end the stream over here.
Just the bait
मेरे
of the
को
util, but I wish I'd seen a little more restraint out of C9 there.
मेरे को कल Pacific stream करना.
On the space, they almost
These
felt
two
like they didn't
games
stick around in the area.
are meh.
You saw they were kind of out of position once that Omen smoke actually fell.
मेरे को बस देखना था एनर्जी अच्छा है कि नहीं, और फ्रॉम व्हाट आई कैन गैदर एनर्जी लुक्स गुड इनफ, कितना वो नहीं पता, लेकिन एनर्जी लुक्स गुड। और बाकी 2 मैच सो है, मैं देखूँ नहीं देखूँ तो भी चलेगा, बट पैसिफिक का पहला मैच इज रियली गुड, तो वो मुझे देखने का बड़ा मन है। सो लेट्स स्ट्रीम टिल हियर ओनली, टेस्ट स्ट्रीम था, बाकी आई विल ट्राई टू स्ट्रीम मोर ऑफन। मेरे पास ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं है, बट आई विल ट्राई टू स्ट्रीम एज मच एज आई कैन। दिस शुड बी प्रीटी फन। फाइनली मैंने पूरा सेटअप वेटअप कर लिया, अ गुड इनफ थंबनेल बना लिया, आई डोंट नीड टू डू मच नाउ, तो मैं आराम से स्ट्रीम तो कर पाऊँगा। मीट यू ऑल टुमारो, एक्चुअली टुडे, 12 घंटे बाद 12 घंटा भी नहीं, जहाँ तक 10-11 घंटे में, आई थिंक सो। टाटा, स्ट्रीम ends over here, bye.